Creatine has taken the fitness world by storm. It is one of the most popular supplements available. Athletes and gym visitors alike are enticed to its supposed advantages. These include increased muscular mass and enhanced athletic performance. But what about the probable adverse effects? This is something that everyone should be aware of before taking creatine. This article digs into the reality regarding creatine. We try to give a fair view on this extensively used supplement. We shall cover both its advantages and possible adverse effects. Our mission is to provide you with the information to make educated choices about your health and fitness journey. Creatine is a naturally occurring chemical present in tiny concentrations in various meals. These include red meat and seafood. It performs a critical function in energy synthesis inside our muscle cells. Creatine helps replace adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. ATP is the fundamental energy currency of our cells. When our bodies engage in severe physical exercise, ATP is broken down to release energy. Creatine phosphate in our muscles functions as a reserve. This reserve quickly restores ATP levels. This helps our muscles to operate harder for longer durations. This process makes creatine especially enticing to persons trying to boost exercise performance and strength. The potential advantages of creatine supplementation for fitness enthusiasts are widely recognized. Studies have shown that creatine may lead to considerable gains in muscle growth and strength. This is especially true when mixed with resistance exercise. By boosting the availability of ATP, creatine boosts the muscle's capacity to do high-intensity activities. This may lead to larger training adaptations over time. Athletes competing in activities demanding brief bursts of explosive force, such as sprinting or weightlifting, may enjoy better performance. Creatine supplementation may also promote recovery after severe exercise. Creatine may also contribute to enhanced muscle protein synthesis. While usually regarded safe for most persons when taken at appropriate dosages, creatine supplementation may lead to certain short-term adverse effects. These side effects are generally moderate and transient. However, it's necessary to be aware of them. This helps you to make educated judgments regarding your supplement routine. One of the most prevalent adverse effects is gastrointestinal discomfort. This might show as bloating, diarrhea, or stomach pains. These symptoms are commonly related with taking excessive quantities of creatine or not ingesting enough water. Gastrointestinal difficulties are among the most often reported negative effects of creatine administration. These symptoms may be highly upsetting and may prevent some persons from continuing their supplementing program. These gastrointestinal issues often emerge during the beginning phases of usage or when persons exceed the prescribed dose. It's vital to follow the advice stated on the supplement container to reduce these dangers. Symptoms might include bloating, gas, diarrhea, and stomach cramps. These symptoms may range in severity from slight discomfort to severe agony, depending on the individual's sensitivity and the quantity of creatine eaten. The specific processes underlying these gastrointestinal symptoms are not entirely known. Researchers are currently exploring the many elements that contribute to these adverse effects. However, one idea argues that creatine, being weakly soluble in water, may pull water into the digestive system. This may cause an osmotic effect, leading to diarrhea and other digestive difficulties. This osmotic action may cause the digestive system to get overloaded and can ultimately leading in repeated visits to the restroom and substantial pain. Another potential cause is that excessive amounts of creatine may exceed the digestive system's capacity to break it down and absorb it properly. When the digestive system is unable to handle the creatine adequately, it may lead to a buildup of the material in the stomach. This might lead to pain and intestinal problems. To avoid these concerns, it is advisable to start with a smaller dosage of creatine and gradually raise it, enabling the body to acclimate. Additionally, taking creatine with lots of fluids and spreading the dose throughout the day might help lessen the probability of gastrointestinal upset. Creatine supplementation is commonly connected with water retention. This is a prevalent issue among athletes and fitness enthusiasts who are contemplating adding creatine to their program. Water retention refers to the increased collection of fluids inside the body's tissues. This may often be misconstrued as a bad side effect. While creatine may attract water into muscle cells, leading to a transient rise in body weight, this is not usually a reason for worry. In fact, this technique may be advantageous for muscle performance and rehabilitation. In fact, this water retention inside muscle cells might contribute to the illusion of greater muscular fullness. This fuller appearance is commonly sought by bodybuilders and athletes seeking for a more defined physique. It's vital to emphasize that the water retention related with creatine is predominantly intracellular, meaning it happens inside the muscle cells. This intracellular water retention assists in volumizing the muscle cells, which may boost muscular function and strength. It is separate from extracellular water retention, which is the buildup of fluid in the gaps between cells and may contribute to bloating. The extracellular water retention is frequently what individuals allude to when they speak about feeling puffy or bloated, and it may be painful. However, The sort of water retention generated by creatine is distinct and often does not contribute to these painful sensations. Understanding the difference between these two forms of water retention is vital for anybody trying to maximize their fitness and supplements plan. Proper hydration and balanced eating may help control any possible adverse effects. So, when contemplating creatine supplementation, it's crucial to concentrate on the advantages it gives for muscular function and development rather than worrying unduly about water retention. With the appropriate attitude, creatine may be a helpful supplement to your exercise program. One recurrent misunderstanding concerning creatine supplementation is that it might harm the kidneys. This notion frequently originates from the fact that creatine is processed in the kidneys and eliminated in the urine. However, multiple research have refuted this fallacy. These studies have proven that creatine supplementation, even at large levels, does not represent any substantial dangers to those with healthy kidneys. It's vital to note that these results apply to persons with normal renal function. Those with pre-existing renal issues should contact with their healthcare professional before contemplating creatine supplements. The long-term consequences of creatine supplementation have been the topic of considerable controversy and conjecture. While short-term usage is usually regarded safe, concerns have been raised concerning the possible consequences of extended creatine ingestion. Some folks fear that long-term consumption may lead to bad health results. It is vital to evaluate the scientific data to differentiate myth from reality. One area of worry is the possible influence on liver health. The liver performs a critical function in cleansing the body and metabolizing numerous chemicals, including supplements. Some people feel supplementing may overwhelm the liver, perhaps leading to harm. However, evidence says otherwise. Studies studying the long-term effects of creatine supplementation have revealed no indication of liver damage or malfunction in healthy persons. These data demonstrate that creatine, when taken at prescribed dosages, does not represent a major danger to liver health. The amount and individual reaction to creatine might vary greatly. This is because each person's body responds differently to supplements. Factors like his body weight, exercise level, and individual tolerance may alter the benefits of creatine supplementation. For instance, a bigger person or someone with a high degree of physical activity may need a different dose compared to someone lighter or less active. It is vital to start with a lesser dosage and gradually raise it as required. This strategy aids in knowing how your body reacts to creatine and enables for modifications to be done safely. This helps your body to adapt and limit the danger of negative effects. Common adverse effects might include stomach cramps, nausea, and muscular cramping, which can easily be minimized by correct dose. Staying well hydrated is vital while supplementing with creatine. Water aids in the absorption and efficiency of creatine in the muscles. Water is necessary for creatine absorption and use inside muscle cells. Without appropriate hydration, the effects of creatine might be severely decreased. Furthermore, it is recommended to cycle creatine. Cycling requires consuming creatine for a specified duration, followed by a break. This comprises periods of supplementing followed by periods of abstinence. This gap helps your body to recover and may assist sustain the efficiency of creatine over the long term. This cycling method may help minimize any adaptations that may limit creatine's potency over time. By giving your body a vacation, you can guarantee that creatine continues to give the optimal advantages when you resume a supplementation. Creatine supplementation may be a significant tool for increasing sports performance and encouraging muscle development. It is typically safe for most folks when taken carefully. However, like any supplement, it's crucial to be aware of the possible adverse effects. These include stomach difficulties and water retention. These effects are generally modest and transient. By knowing the possible dangers and advantages, people may make educated judgments about whether creatine supplementation coincides with their fitness objectives and general health state. Consulting with a healthcare practitioner or a certified dietitian is always suggested before introducing any new supplement into your routine.
Looking for high-quality supplements backed by Dr. Andrew Huberman himself? Check out the links in the description below and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you've learned anything new or anything of value.